Captain Rachel Martinez had seen enough combat zones to recognize the aftermath of a battle when she encountered it. The scorched earth along the mountain trail told a story of violence that made her grip her plasma rifle tighter. What she hadn't expected to find was the figure collapsed against a boulder, breathing shallow and fast. The woman appeared human at first glance, but the pointed ears and luminescent markings along her neck revealed her elven heritage. Her clothing was torn and bloodied, revealing glimpses of advanced armor beneath. Most telling of all were the 3 dead Vorthan soldiers scattered around her position, their bodies bearing wounds that suggested close-quarters combat. "Ma'am, can you hear me?" Rachel approached cautiously, her medical scanner already analyzing the stranger's vital signs. The elf's eyes snapped open, revealing irises that shifted from green to gold. Her hand moved with lightning speed toward a weapon that was no longer there. Recognition of her defenseless state flickered across her face before she attempted to sit up straighter. "Human," the woman said, her voice carrying an accent Rachel couldn't place. "You should not be here. The Vorthans patrol these mountains." "Yeah, I noticed." Rachel gestured toward the alien corpses. "Looks like you handled that problem already." A bitter laugh escaped the elf's lips. 3 scouts, there will be more." She studied Rachel's military fatigues and equipment with keen interest. "You are a soldier." Captain Rachel Martinez, Terran Colonial Defense Force. Rachel kept her weapon lowered but ready. "And you are?" Lieutenant Commander Diana Silvermoon, formerly of the Galactic Alliance Special Operations. The admission seemed to pain her more than her physical injuries. "Though I suspect my commission has been revoked by now." Rachel's eyebrows rose. The Galactic Alliance had strict policies about cooperation with human military forces. For an elf to be this far into human territory, especially alone and injured, suggested either a mission gone wrong or something more complicated. "What happened here?" Rachel asked, offering her emergency medical kit. Diana accepted the supplies, with surprising grace. "My unit was tasked with eliminating a Vorthan weapon cache hidden in these mountains. Intelligence indicated it was lightly guarded." She began cleaning a gash on her arm with practiced efficiency. "Intelligence was wrong." "How wrong?" "Wrong enough that I am the sole survivor of a 12-person strike team." Diana's voice remained steady, but Rachel caught the flash of grief in her shifting eyes. "The cache was a trap. The Vorthans have been using it to lure Alliance Special Forces into ambush situations." Rachel processed this information while scanning the horizon for movement. The Vorthans were known for their tactical cunning and their hatred of both human and elven forces. A trap that could eliminate an entire Alliance strike team represented a significant threat. "Why didn't you retreat when things went south?" Rachel asked. Diana's laugh held no humor. "Because the weapon cache is real, Captain, and what they are storing there could tip the balance of this war." She met Rachel's gaze directly. "They have developed a viral weapon designed to target the genetic markers shared by both humans and elves." The implications hit Rachel like a physical blow. A biological weapon that could affect both species would devastate the alliance between human colonies and elven worlds. It would also clear the way for Vorthon expansion throughout this entire sector. "How do you know this?" "Because I got close enough to their laboratory to see the test results." Diana pulled a small data crystal from her damaged armor. "Everything is on here. Weapon specifications, deployment timelines, target lists. The Alliance needs this information." Rachel studied the crystal, then looked back at Diana. "The nearest Alliance outpost is 3 days through Vorthan territory. You're in no condition for that kind of trek." "Then the information dies with me." Diana's matter-of-fact tone suggested she had already accepted this outcome. "Unless you have a better idea." Rachel did have an idea, though it violated about 6 different regulations. "There's a human research station about 8 hours from here. They have quantum communication equipment that can reach both Alliance Command and Terran headquarters simultaneously. You would risk your career to help an elf deliver intelligence to her superiors." "I'd risk my career to stop a plague that could kill billions of people." Rachel extended her hand. "Can you walk?" Diana accepted the help getting to her feet. though Rachel noticed she moved with the controlled grace of someone accustomed to fighting through pain. You do realize that assisting me makes you a target? The Vorthans will consider you an enemy combatant? Newsflash, they already considered me an enemy combatant. Rachel shouldered her pack and adjusted her rifle. Besides, someone needs to watch your back while you recover from whatever the hell you did to 3 Vorthan soldiers with apparently no weapons. A ghost of a smile crossed Diana's face. Training, Captain. Lots and lots of training. As they began moving down the mountain path, Rachel found herself reassessing her companion. The way Diana moved despite her injuries, her tactical awareness, and her calm acceptance of potentially fatal circumstances all pointed to someone far more dangerous than her injured state suggested. What kind of special operations did you do for the Alliance? The kind that officially never happened. Diana paused to examine tracks in the dirt. 4 more Vorthans came through here within the last hour. They are tracking us. Rachel cursed, quietly. How far behind? Close enough. Diana straightened, and suddenly her exhaustion seemed to fall away like a discarded cloak. Captain, I need you to understand something. What you found on that mountain path was not a helpless refugee. The temperature seemed to drop several degrees as Diana's posture shifted into something predatory. The luminescent markings on her neck began to glow brighter, and Rachel realized they weren't just decorative. Those markings, Rachel said, they're not cultural, are they? Genetic modifications, courtesy of the Alliance's more experimental programs. Diana's voice carried an edge that hadn't been there before. Enhanced reflexes, improved healing, tactical processing capabilities that border on precognitive. The sound of approaching footsteps echoed through the mountain pass. Diana drew what appeared to be a simple knife from her boot, but Rachel's enhanced scanner detected energy signatures that suggested something far more sophisticated. How many enemies can you handle, in your current condition? Diana's smile was sharp enough to cut glass. Captain, the Vorthans made a critical error in their intelligence gathering. They assumed that finding an injured elf meant finding easy prey. The first Vorthan scout rounded the bend in the path and froze at the sight of them. In the moment of mutual recognition, Rachel realized that she hadn't rescued a wounded warrior from the mountain path. She had simply given that warrior a reason to keep fighting.